Welcome back to Trends and Friends. I'm joined by Jolynn Payne from Rocking Paw Training and Kennels, and of course Miss Ember in her most festive of holiday outfits. And we are talking all about the holidays because it's 12 days from Christmas,
right?
And there's lots of dangers lurking in your house around the holiday time that can impact your pet. So let's dive right on in. What are some of the things people should be watching out for?
So let's talk about the tree first. So a tree can be super dangerous to begin with because what do we have on the tree? We have ornaments that can break, and if they bite into those glass ornaments, it can cut their mouth.
Terrifying.
If they swallow it, we can have some internal damage. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that we protect the tree, and that's not just dogs. Cats are notorious for climbing into the trees and knocking those ornaments off so the dogs can even get them and the cats can get tangled up in lights. And so we don't want them to have that danger. What we do at the training center, we have a big 12-foot tree.
Yes.
And we put a dog pen around it, one of the X pens, so the dogs can't go all the way up to the tree as well. Then we want to talk about what's under the tree. So we wrap all these gifts nice and pretty, and we forget that our dogs go snooping, or cats go snooping underneath that tree. So we have people that are wrapping candy or sausages, right? You get those Hickory Farm sausages and
cheeses and nuts.
And nuts and things like that. And so we have a couple of items that can potentially be super dangerous for dogs. A lot of our candies have xylitol in it. A very small amount of xylitol can be toxic for a dog, and that's in lots of candies and gums. And then we have chocolate. Even though chocolate is bad for them, dark chocolate is worse.
Oh, really?
Because it has a higher amount of cacao, and there's nothing worse than having to rush your dog to the vet and they give them some antiemetics, and then they're just, chocolate
everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yes,
and so it's not pleasant for you or the dog. And then we think of nuts. There's macadamia nuts, and those are really popular during the Christmas time.
They are.
And macadamia nuts are toxic to dogs as well.
I didn't know this either.
Right. So these are the things that are underneath your tree. So we want to make sure that anything that your dog can get into and eat that is going to be dangerous, that we have them out. And then we also have plants around Christmas time.
Poinsettias.
Poinsettias are very toxic to dogs and cats, because cats are one that always want to play and eat on the leaves. So you want to make sure that you're either getting fake ones or they're up where the animals cannot get them. Hollies with the berries, we don't want them eating the berries as well. A lot of people want to decorate their Christmas trees and string cranberries and popcorn. Perfectly fine. Dogs doesn't usually bother them. However, if they eat the string and the popcorn and the cranberries,
that's a little mess.
It's something, not even a mess, but it can also get tangled up in their intestines. So we want to make sure that the Christmas tree is safe from our animals.
Okay.
Now let's move to the table. For Christmas dinner, people do everything from turkey to ribeye and prime rib, and so there's lots of fatty meats that are on the table that the dogs or the cats or ferrets, whatever you have, can get into. And so we want to make sure that our dogs aren't getting into those tables, or we're not giving them scraps that are going to cause a digestive upset.
Okay.
If we give them too much fat, whether it be from the prime rib or the turkey, we're going to end up with possibly some pancreatitis. Almost forgot my word, and that will send you to the emergency vet.
I was going to say, that's definitely not something you want to be dealing with.
And
unfortunately, a lot of places are closed during the holiday season, which makes it even harder to get your dogs the help they need.
And now you're paying for your emergency vet prices because your other ones are closed. But then you have other things on the table as well. You have anything that from gravy to pickles and olives and all of those things. And so if everybody's slipping those dogs something underneath the table, may not be toxic to them, but you're going to end up with a dietary upset because they're feeding them so many different foods.
Okay, well, so if somebody wants extra tips on how to keep their dog safe throughout the holiday season, where can they find your contact information? Where are you located? And of course, you have training, you have kennels, you have adventure clubs, you have so many things going on. So where do they get the information?
So they can just log on to Facebook. That's where most people find us. We have something really fun going on right now. Every year we do the 12 days of Christmas. Right now we're on day 2 of Trickmas. So every day we are teaching a new trick for you to teach your
Very
dog.
nice.
And so we already did the live video today. So you can just log on and learn all different kinds of tricks every single day.
And it's free.
And it's free.
Everybody's
free training.
Favorite
Merry
thing.
Christmas.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Jolynn, and thank you, Miss Ember. She looks so festive. Of course, if you need any help, you can always contact Jolynn online or by phone or email. And of course, we will have more Trends and Friends coming up after the break.
Merry Christmas.